going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. As you could probably surmise by the thumbnail, we are celebrating, and take that word lightly, but we are basically celebrating the just getting out of 2020. 2020 was awful. I mean, we're still in 2020, but this is the last live stream before the next time I do a live stream, it'll be 2021. So I thought tonight, I feel like everybody's kind of at least subconsciously thinking the same thing as we, get up to January 1st. Just want to get done with this year. And tonight's live stream is going to be all about positivity and fun, just like it always is. We're going to talk about knives. We're going to have some fun, crack jokes. We're going to chat. We're going to talk about some new stuff. So welcome for the next hour. Take your minds off of the craziness, whatever it is that you are going through. We all have our own, struggles and things like that. Take your mind off of it. Kick back. Watch some knife stuff. Be around people who like the same stuff as you. That's what this is going to be tonight. Oh, what do we have here? Kyle Harden, what's going on? You guys are talking about Begletter acquisition, titanium. That actually sounds interesting. I find that knife to be... Okay, that was weird. Anyways, thank you, Kansas Internet. Sorry. Mike is in. Let me know if you guys can hear the audio okay. How are we? How's the audio? Can you guys hear me? Jeez, sorry about that. Man, YouTube does that to me so often. Just leave my live stream alone. Positivity. That's fine. We'll be okay. We got this. There we go. People coming back in. All right. We're still here. We're good. How's the audio? Can you guys hear? I know it's staticky for a second while I was adjusting everything, but how's the audio right now? Is the audio okay? Okay, good deal. Anyways, YouTube's like, he's streaming, cut it. Drop an anchor on it. Oh, man. Why do my live streams brick so often? Oh, my gosh. Amateur complex. All right. Anyways, let's see here. I'm going to get my quality back up to 720 so I can see everything. There we go. Anyways, Grumpy Grunt, what's going on? He says, happy holidays. Being over, everyone. Time for the adult to begin to continue. Yes, absolutely. AM says TRM Neutron 2 drops tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. EST on their site. Hey, cool. I didn't know about that. So if you're trying to get your hands on a TRM Neutron 2, 8:30 p.m. what time zone? Oh, EST. Eastern Standard Time. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on their site. So there you go. Let's see here. Yeah, it is. The Cold Steel Frenzy is absolutely a pocket sword. This was one of multiple very generous gifts from my friend Tom, including this Reich here, which is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Blue marble carbon fiber, gold and blue titanium. We have a beautiful titanium frame, M390 steel. Also, the ergos on this thing are absolutely perfect. Oh my goodness. This is wonderful. This is a Reich 1902 CB something or other. There's multiple variants of it, but oh my gosh, that thing is beautiful. Tom, gosh, if you catch this, thank you so much. I sent him an email and I was like, all right, were you really intending to? And he's like, yeah, those are for you. Man, so nice. You must be tiny if you think that knife is big. This? You must be gigantic if you think that knife is small. Maybe you're talking about something else. Gromigron says, Cold Steel Frenzy, when you absolutely, positively have to out-Warncliffe everyone but the Vikings. That is a very random but very accurate description. Let's see here. It's not a sword? Oh, no way. Gosh, I totally thought it was a sword, and you definitely should take that literally. I'm joking. I'm sure he is too. Let's see here. Oh, maybe he's not. Maybe he is. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Question: did anyone order a new Gerber Sedulo and it hasn't shipped yet? I would imagine you guys are still going to be experiencing shipping nonsense for another week or so. No matter where you order stuff, I stopped ordering and stopped shipping a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, I'm not going to mess around with that. Absolutely. All right. Well, Kevin, to most people, like 99.9% of people, that's a really big knife. Most normal knives are not that size. And it's also, considering the average pant pocket, kind of an overkill EDC. But it's fun, and we're going to appreciate it for what it is. Kind of a novelty sized object that actually is completely and totally functional. I'm sure justified in some isolated circumstances. Upward inflections hinting at sarcasm. Actually, no, I'm not being sarcastic about the circumstantial uses for that thing. I'm sure that there are benefits to carrying it. I like it because it's kind of ridiculous, and it's also made really well. And I have a soft spot for cold steel right now, and I'm going to try and get my hands on as many of them as I can for reasons that I'm sure you guys can all guess. Let's see here. Open the other knives for comparison? Sure. I'll open the largest knife that I have on the table besides this guy, the full custom. Oh, let's take a moment to appreciate this. I said 1,500 on last. No, this is 1,700, 1,800. This is Alex Knife Boxes, the Brian Nadeau Arch Nemesis, full custom Arch Nemesis, coming in at, I think, 9 inches. Here, let's measure it. I actually haven't measured it yet. That's a big dagger. It's a thick dagger too. No, 9 and holy crap, it's almost 9.5 inches. 9.3 inches overall. Frenzy coming in at 1 foot. Oh man, like 1 foot and then an additional third of an inch. Good Lord. Yeah, but that's not my world, Kevin. Sorry. My world's more like I'm gonna cut some boxes every now and then and look at how shiny it is. Let's see here. $2,000. Is it $2,000? I know some of these Arch Nemesis daggers can reach $4,000 or possibly more than $4,000. That's part of the reason why this guy is way over on the side. I don't want things bumping into it. So it's sitting next to my personal AD20 and AR-75, which are both at the moment. I haven't decided on this guy. This particular one is a Save Queen. I'll probably pick up another AD20 as a user because I just can't not have one as a user. But I got to wait until they're available again. This guy, I'm not sure if it's going to be a user or not. But anyways, this guy's way over here because I don't want anything bumping it or touching it. Let's see. For some reason, I thought you weren't going live this week. Yeah, it's because I said, I was like, I'm probably not going to. And then I got everything done. Like, miraculously, I actually did take a break from the channel. You guys didn't notice it in the stream of content, but I took a full... Man, I took 3.5 days off, which is unheard of. The last time I did that was over a year ago. I took 3.5 days off, scheduled all the content. You guys got the regular flow of things. But I got it all done on Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning. It was everything that was needed to be done for the week was absolutely done. And then I took some time off. And I thought, you know what? I'm good. We got a lot of stuff done this weekend. I cleaned out the garage. That was the Opinel shot on Instagram today. I broke down all the boxes and everything from stuff being shipped over the last 2 months and piling up in our garage. I broke everything down with an Opinel number 9, which worked pretty well. The edge went away pretty quickly, but the geometry kept it going. But I got a lot of stuff done, and I was feeling good, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and stream. So, yeah. Third from the right here. Cheberkov Cheberkov, gosh bless it. What is the name of this? It's a Cheberkov. It's the smaller one. Expensive. Very expensive, but beautiful. Definitely. Russian-made knife. Stasa23, what's up, man? Thanks for the donation. Subscribe to Stasa23. Stasa, if you pop in on every single one of my live streams, I will always point people towards your channel. Absolutely. That is, you guys, if you're not subscribed to Stasa, you're missing out on a wealth of magnificent content. I love watching Stasa's content, so please subscribe. Zell, what's up, man? Speaking of balls, where's Super Steel Steve? I haven't talked with him forever, and I miss that guy. Where is he? What? Why isn't he here? I miss Steve. Somebody tell him I miss him. Mike the Gronkowski. Mike V25 is my brother, and while he is becoming more tuned into the knife world, clearly is not. Anyways, let's see here. Have I front flipped it yet? Do I dare? I just realized I probably could. Oh yeah, you can. Okay, there you go. I'm a master knife handler, guys, so I figure stuff out in 2 tries, basically. No big deal. I'm kidding. Says like the guy who apparently the only guy on the planet who cannot front flip the shaman. Let's see. You were watching one of Steve's videos just a couple hours ago. He's got a lot of replay value. You can go back and watch his uploads multiple times. Jason McManus, I'm glad your live stream MC had a Gonzo fan insists the G-Lock wasn't an Axis Lock copy. My brain almost melted. Yeah, I don't blame you. He was insisting. Wow, I would have loved to hear the argument there, because it is. It definitely is a copy. Let's see. Watching BattleBots Cold Steel should make blades for them. Yeah, that'd be. Oh my gosh, that'd be awesome. I love BattleBots. My brother and I used to stay up really late and watch the old school BattleBots a long time ago. Let's see. Yeah, it's the Cold Steel is awesome. I love it. I mean, it's way too big for like me to want to carry it, but I've been just like I'm not really wearing sweatpants. I was joking around with people in chat before the live stream started, and I said, everybody said, what are you carrying? I said, I'm carrying the Cold Steel Frenzy in sweatpants. They're kind of sweatpants. They're the Under Armour kind of workout skinny sweats, whatever you call those. And I was carrying this thing around. It sticks way up out of the pocket. Like my pockets are nowhere near deep enough for this thing. But I just like it. I like the profile. I like how it looks. It's just ridiculous. But it's made well. It's S35VN and it's got the triad lock. And it's nowhere near as heavy as you might expect. This thing is beautifully balanced. Like it's right there in the middle of that area where you're gonna put your index finger, like the main position for it. Just crazy, and the blade to the handle ratio is awesome. Really, really nice Warncliffe. I'm just pumped about that. I normally don't like giant, ridiculous folding knives, but this is cool. You know. Let's see here. Oh, you got one of the new Triway Fire Tacks, Knife Sergeant, dude. As soon as you're done, you know, doing what Hinder people do with Hinders when they first get them, I know. I'm part of it, you know. If you wouldn't mind sending that to me for review. If not, that's okay. But if you want to, I would very much love to take a look at that because I love the Fire Tack. But after everything went Triway, that thing went to the back of my mind. But I would love to take a look at a Triway Fire Tack. That is arguably Hinder's most perfectly designed EDC. That if you've never checked out the Hinder Fire Tack, and if you've always looked at Hinder and thought they look cool, but I'm not really big into like the big bulky. I want a more practical EDC size knife. I wish Hinder made something other than the 3-inch XM18 for EDC because I like kind of a longer knife. The Fire Tack is the answer to that. 8.1 inches overall with a 3.4 inch blade, much lighter. And it's all the Hinder elements. It's just a better profile. And now that it's got the Triway, you get to enjoy bearings with a thumb disc opener or phosphor bronze or nylon, which is really cool. So you need a new fidgeting knife to mindlessly open and close. If you want to not break the bank and you want a nice little fidget knife, the CGRB Mylea, the one that Swags designed, is actually pretty fidgety. It's a little tiny micro, not really micro, but it's a little thumb stud opener front flipper that works beautifully, and I think you can have it for $37, and it's got the new AR RPM 9 steel, and it's built well, it's designed well, it's nice and slicey. If you want just a mindless fidgeter, yeah, I mean, I would recommend that just right off the top of my head for anybody. Favorite blade finish? I mean, I don't know. I mean, okay, so everybody, I feel like a lot of people like mirror polish, but like what's generally within reach, normally I'd say tumbling, and it probably is all the way around, but the finish that I've found that I think is the most appealing to me on a blade is like what's on this CKF Resenti Snafu 2.0. It's vapor blasted. I think vapor blasted blades are beautiful. It looks like a perfectly overcast sky. Not bead blasted. Vapor blasted has a little bit more reflectivity to it, but it's foggy. Like a very consistent, even fogginess that's got reflectivity to it. That's probably my favorite overall aesthetic finish. For use, stonewashed, because it doesn't have drag because it's not a coating, right? But it hides the scratches and you still get that reflectivity. Probably just a generic light stonewashing. Well, bead blasted would be like what they do to the frames on the Sebenza 31 or Chris Reeve knives in general. The titanium frames are bead blasted. And then vapor blasted would be much more reflective, but even in kind of, it's like, I don't want to say matte because matte's not reflective, right? Just even and foggy, that would be the two. On the CKF Resenti Snafu, the blade is vapor blasted, I think. Yeah, the Spyderco over here is a police in K390, a K390 police from 2017. Holy crap, Spyderco, make more of these. K390 makes perfect sense on this gigantic, beautiful knife. Here's an example of a giant knife that I would carry. If they had a newer version of that, do like forest green G10 and K390. Oh, I would definitely go for that. That'd be cool. Which of my titanium handled knives has the best grip texture? I mean, between the XM18, I don't have the XM18 3.5 inch or one of my XMs out here today. It's just up in the vault case. Between that, I mean, that's diamond textured and this one's diamond textured. The XM18 is a little bit more polished, so it's a little more slippery. This is a little bit more grippy. I would say that the AD20 is the grippiest titanium texturing I've ever felt. It's not sharp, but it's hard to describe. It's beautifully textured, to the point where this is not what I'd call a slippery. A lot of people say titanium's too slippery even when it's textured. This texturing on here is one. Even if my hands were wet, here's the thing. The way that your hand locks into this guy because of the ergonomic lines on it is so, there's no way I'm dropping this. On top of that, the texturing actually provides meaningful traction. The G10 ones are super grippy, but even the titanium ones, god dang, the texturing on this is just wonderful. You nailed it. God, that knife is so perfect. That's the old king blade by a long shot right now. That's a term that I'm just going to use that separates Excalibur. Excalibur would represent perfection. True Excalibur would represent perfection, which I think is unobtainable. So king blade is just favorite of all time. Is an 0562 slippery? I mean, the G10 ones were okay. The carbon fiber ones and the titanium ones are definitely a little bit slippery, but their lines are pretty good. So you're probably still not going to drop it. I think the Spartan budget line, well, I don't want to call it a budget line. The Spartan bronze line will definitely do well. For anybody who doesn't know, this is a Spartan Talos that's a part of their field grade or bronze series. Basically, it's a miniaturized Spartan Harvey. CTS XHP steel, G10 with just a perfect medium texturing. Liner lock running on phosphor bronze. This is an excellent EDC knife. Oh my gosh, 110? $110, made in Taiwan. Absolutely recommendable. I'm going to review it, but if you're on the fence, go for it. You're good. That's a excellent, excellent knife. It's really, really cool that they decided to do that, to make some more affordable versions of their knives. And what's the ugliest knife that I own from Matt Harvey? Let me think here. God, hold on, let me look. Let me look in here real quick. I'm looking at the top two drawers, the knives that I mean, okay. So, like, if I'm talking, like, just in terms of the overall profile, I'm going to break some people's hearts. The ugliest knife I own is the PM2. This thing is dog butt ugly. The PM2 has always looked like just a pelican that was very recently struck by a large vehicle, right? And it's just on the side of the road, right? But I would say just overall, and this is like pug ugly, like so ugly that I love it. More recent acquisition, also from Tom, who gave it to me, you know, this is not going to insult him because he knew exactly what he was doing. I think the knife that takes the cake. Are you ready? Oh boy, this is a doozy. It's beautiful, but it's hideous. But it's beautiful. Yeah, I don't even know what this is. It's part of the MC Masters collection. Oh man, Tom is awesome. Wonderful. Never get rid of it. It'll be part of the channel forever. What's the prettiest knife that I own? I mean, honestly, now, probably the dressiest, prettiest knife that I own now is also from Tom. I mean, like, here's the thing. From my aesthetic tastes, the 80-20 and the XM18 are beautiful. Like, I love monochromatic simplicity, straightforward, robust designs. That's my thing. I love that. I'm so serious about it. If you guys saw my clothes, the stuff that I like right now, I'm wearing it's like a grayish long sleeve. It has nothing on it. It's real simple, grayish sort of flannel long sleeve thing. And then I've got my Under Armour pants, which are the same. They're just gray, right? My truck is gray and black. Everything. The wheels, gray and black. Inside, gray and black. I like monochromatic stuff. I don't like a lot of color. But sometimes if it's done right, color and contrasts and shape and positioning of things can really take an aesthetic, like a very appealing aesthetic, right? So the Reich 1902 is probably the prettiest knife that I own, and I actually do appreciate, I'm not saying this because it was a gift, I'm always going to be honest, the positioning of things really speaks to me. The way that they did the blade, the way that they did the fuller and the hole, right? The way that they did the rise around the hardware, right? How they cut the inlay to fit the pivot. It's beautiful, and the backspacer is nice and reflective. That blue carbon fiber mixed with, it's like blue and black carbon fiber. This is really good looking. It's one of the few exceptions, you know, where color actually does speak to me. And I like the shape of it. I like the look of it. It's a very beautiful knife. Favorite Chris Reeve? The Untitled. The Untitled and the Nkosi, the large Nkosi, I think are the two best knives from Chris Reeve. Absolutely. Yeah, my Spartan Aster is loosening up for sure. Just keep on flipping it. I probably clicked mine out 200 times, and it did exactly what phosphor bronze. I mean, you guys know what phosphor bronze feels like right off the bat. It feels kind of clicky and stiff, right? But it smoothed over, just like phosphor bronze usually does. Let's see here. Hey, there's 156 people in here. All right. Hey, thanks for stopping in and celebrating the passing of 2020 with us. Tristan Murphy, thanks for the donation. Prettiest knife I own is my dressed up gun stock. What's a gun stock? Like, is that an actual knife or is it something else? I don't know. But that's cool, though. M, thanks for the donation. Play with the shark lock. All right. You guys want to hear this? Who in here has not heard the shark lock? Raise your hand if you've not heard this. Or give me a thumbs up or something, or a wave, or what, or just tell me that you haven't. Who in the live stream right now has never heard the shark lock? Okay, enough people. You ready? I'm gonna blow your mind. You ready for this? Turn your volume up. Oh, oh God, I love the shark lock so much. I love it. Oh God, I love that thing so much. It is the best. Oh man. It is very satisfying. I will own multiple 80/20s. I mean, there's more enthusiast in me than collector in terms of multiple of the same model. It's got to be something really special for me to want to own more than one. And Hinderer has done that for me. And I mean, owning them at the same time. Hinderer XM18s. Outside of that, almost nothing. At one point, I owned two Manix 2s at the same time. But that's pretty much it. The Demco, I definitely will. I will own multiple Demco 80/20s at the same time. I love it. I have to have a special one. This is always going to be special because of what it represents, a transition point for me and the channel, like a huge transition point. I had the same opinion about the best knife out there for, oh my gosh, 2.5 years of the channel, and over the last 10 years personally. And then this thing comes along and it's like, here I am. You know, I still love Hinders. I'll still buy them. And it won't surprise me if Hinder comes out with something that tops it. You know, I mean, who knows? But gosh, it's just crazy. But yeah, I'll own another one. You got 3 Gen 6 XM18s. Hey, that's the way to go, man. I know they're like XM18s do that to people. You just want to own multiple, you know. Would you purchase the AR-75 again? I'm really trying hard not to buy one right now. Yeah, Kyle, I would. And people are saying that they're having the same experience as me. These DLT versions are much less aggressive with the lock bar. It's much easier to disengage, and this is so smooth. Oh my gosh, it's so smooth. It's crazy. It's not a drop shut, it's a glassy smoothness, but it's, oh my gosh, you would never expect that this would feel like this. It is luxury, like a hovercraft over a lake of ice, smooth, and that ice has been meaninglessly buttered with Crisco oil because a hovercraft wouldn't contact the surface, right? You get it. Okay. So, all right, okay. It's beautifully smooth. Do I still own a Cold Steel SR1? Yes, I do. I think at some point I'm going to do a series or at least one discussion video about cost to durability ratio and the Cold Steel SR1 Lite. Grab this while you can, guys. I don't know the future of Cold Steel and the company they transitioned or sold to. Get this while you can. Please. The Cold Steel SR1 Lite is about as much durability as you can get for the money. $60 for this guy, and it is a freaking monster. The ultimate, possibly the ultimate budget beater right here. Use my link right down in the description. That's a weird cough. Okay. Tristan Murphy, thanks for that gigantic donation. Very nice of you. The Clark Gunstock, I've shown it to you in Discord. I'm sorry, I'm just stupid. I just have a terrible memory. It's the Damas/Zerg/ Mike Carter front flipper. Mitch Clark is South African. If there's one thing they can do, it's make really good front flippers. That they can. I just opted for the sexiest one. That's cool. Send me another picture because I'm just dumb and I'm sorry. One moment. Excuse me. Reacquiring, reloading. Oh, it's right here. Sorry, one second. One sec. All right. The smoothest knife that I found so far was the Civivi Praxis. The Civivi Praxis is smooth. It is. And, up until 2 years ago, when Civivi came into the picture, that type of action was unheard of in that price range. but it does get smoother than that. But you also have to spend more money. So it's one of those things. It's like, do you need a knife to be smoother than the Praxis? No. But do we want knives that are smoother than the Praxis? Say it with me. Yeah, of course. Because we're all crazy. We're all crazy knife people, and that's generally what we do. And if you don't do that, that's okay too. But that's how it is. Excuse me. I had kind of a snobby back. Let me discuss this with you guys. There's 174 of you in here, and thank you so much, by the way, for all of you watching and being part of the live stream. You guys kind of know my schedule now. For anybody who doesn't know, I upload 14 times a week, sometimes more. Every now and then you get a couple of days where there's 3 uploads. But the general schedule on the channel is Monday through Friday, you get a knife review in the morning, and you get an unboxing in the afternoon. On weekends, I like to do some type of top 10 list and a discussion topic. And then on Sunday mornings, I like to do the knife guy. And then in the afternoon, it's either a battle or some oddball video. 13 of those uploads, generally speaking, are videos of me physically handling knives. And I upload a ridiculous, my pace is that's kind of this channel's thing, right? I like to talk about knives. It's fun for me, so I upload a lot of content. When I do top 10 stuff, because I cannot afford to keep every last little thing around when I want to make a reference to it, and I love making top 10/top 20 lists, I do screen recorded uploads. According to my analytics, about 95% of the people who watch those uploads really like them and they don't mind, right? But every now and then I get somebody who goes on a big, long rant about, I shouldn't even do it if I don't have the knives in front of me. And I always aggressively disagree. I'm like, listen, I can't. This type of content is fun for me and people like to watch it. But I can't keep all of these knives around that I'm referencing. So when I do screen recorded stuff, it just makes more sense to show the picture of it and reference the video. And this person I was arguing with today was so aggressively against it. And it ended up just being like, listen, if you don't like it, just don't watch it. But what's the consensus? Are you guys generally speaking okay? I feel like, when I look at like to dislike and I look at the views, more people, on average, watch those. And most people really like them. But the people who don't like them are so aggressive about it. They're so outwardly spoken and they're like, I hate it. I hate you. I'm just like, why? It's like people are either content, and then there's like a few people in the back who are just burning with rage. So I'm sorry. Tristan Murphy, thanks for that donation. I tagged your roll. You get a handle on it. Tristan's a mod in the Discord, by the way. I tagged your roll. You get a handle it. USP freeze out there. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm ordering on his books for 2 more mashing parent M4. Ooh, nice. And 1 minute knife reviews. Make sure you subscribe to 1 minute knife reviews on YouTube. Happy with all your videos. Keep them coming. All right, cool. Thanks for bolstering my ego. I guess that's what I was looking for, right? If you guys are in the live stream, you're probably okay with my content, right? If you bother to come to the live stream, I guess that was I'm speaking specifically to a portion of my audience who really, really likes my content because you guys come to the live stream, right? So, all right. Just thank you for it makes me feel good. People who I know will agree with me, but I do appreciate all of you for that. Yeah, Mr. McKenzie, exactly. I love that. It's as if someone made them want. I always try to tell them at the beginning. I'm like, listen, I get it. If you don't like the screen record stuff, I get it. You don't have to watch this. You can just go watch my reviews of these knives, and they still sit through the whole thing, and they're like, I sat here for 20 minutes and I'm mad. I'm sitting here in a pile of wet sand with no pants on. It's like, well, don't sit in wet sand with no pants on, right? They told you the wet sandbox was right there and they told you to wear pants and you sat down. Don't do that. Oh, man. Let's see here. Zell, I can hear you laughing right now. I know this is oh man, I can just hear Zell because I say it's conversations with Zell. Not that Zell is somebody who disagrees with me, but he and I often have conversations like this in person. Let's see. Oh man, let's see here. You guys are talking about the Super Freak. Other than intended purpose, I like your content, but most of the knives you show are so far out of my price range, I can't afford to look at them on the knife sales pages. Hey, I get that. I try really hard to show a wide variety of different knives. And if you don't know, and it's okay, because I have there's a lot of videos and a lot of them are sorted into playlists. If you go to my playlist section on my channel, I actually have things sorted out. The stuff that generally speaking, stuff that I like is sorted into playlists. So there's actually a playlist called Cheap Knives I Like. I think it's got close to 100 videos of knives that are, generally speaking, $75 or less. And I made that playlist specifically so that people, because not everybody appreciates a different price range of knives, and you have your own value system, and you do different things with your knives. And I wanted to make sure that, because I show so many knives that are expensive, I wanted to make sure that I'm constantly reviewing good knives that are less expensive, and that they're all in the same place, so that people can go enjoy the content that they want to enjoy on my channel. I make a lot of content, and I want as many different types of people to come in and enjoy that stuff, but I also want my content to be easily accessible, so it is all there in playlist. But yeah, I try to show a wide range. I like stuff that's $30-$40. I like stuff that's in the $100 to $200 range, and I like the $400 and up and the multi-$1,000 range. I like a lot of different types of knives. Let's see here. Yeah, I agree. There's 180 people in here and only 87 likes. What's going on here? Go ahead and hit that like button real quick. Just scooch on over there, hit that like button real quick. I like to see the number go up. I'm staring at it. 95, good. Let's break 100. I'd like to get a lot closer, maybe around the 140 or so. So if you look at that like button right now, and it says anything less than $100 or $100, 100 likes, somebody's gonna be like, he's trying to throw in some subliminal messaging. No, if it says anything less than 140, then go ahead and just give it a little taparoo. Is there a crackle in the audio? Sorry, sometimes my live streams do that. Sorry about that. All right, good. Hey, we're doing good on the likes. Let's see here. Oh, you did? Did I miss it? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Em. Thanks for the donation. If you have haters, you're doing it right. That's a good way to think of it, right? I don't have, I'd say twice a week I get a really nasty comment. But I get so many good comments that it's at the point, I get so many friendly comments that the nasty ones stick out, and the people who are nasty are really nasty. There's not the passive aggressive, kind of disappointed person doesn't generally exist. People are usually like, this isn't really for me, but I enjoyed it anyway, right? It's that or really good stuff. And then it's like twice a week there's somebody who's like, just awful. I don't even gonna repeat. There's every now and then there's somebody who's just truly awful. Did I miss another one? I didn't miss. Oh, Joe, you did. Thanks for that donation. Just scored my first Arius Merry Christmas MC. Thank you very much. I'm sorry that I missed that. And that's cool, man. You're gonna love that Arius. I should have mentioned that the Arius had my recent top 10 favorite of all time video. Had it been a top 20, the Arius would definitely have been in there. I love the Arius's functionality. I love the quality, work, the manufacturing, all that. The profile isn't my favorite when it is up against some of my other favorite aesthetic knives, but would it still make a top 20? Yeah, absolutely. It would always make a top 20. Tristan Murphy, thanks for that donation. How was Christmas? What's the most knives you'll carry at one time? I like to have 3, 1 for handing off to somebody, and 2 for different use cases, 1 for beating the crap out of, and 1 for detail work. Christmas was fantastic. It was great, other than everything that I had to assemble, which took me from 9:30 in the morning until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but I did get it all done. It was a mess. The most knives that I'll carry at one time is probably 2. I'll carry my knife, which is for me, I won't carry a knife unless I plan to use it. I don't believe in pocket jewelry, and when I think about pocket jewelry, I think of any knife that I'm carrying that is not actually something I'm planning to use that day or that I wouldn't use that day. I might still be reserved with it, but if it's in my pocket, I will use it. And then I'll carry like he said, a backup knife for handing off to people who are like, hey, buddy, you got a knife? I got a, if they're gonna open a can of tuna with it or something, I have a back pocket beater, which is always my Victorinox Cadet or something similar in the back pocket, so that they don't mess up my nice knife, or so they don't know that I have a nice knife on me. Sometimes I just don't want that revealed. Let's see here. Yeah, Leah Hill, I do have a Discord server right now, and it's not to paywall it. I want to make sure that people know this. I'm not paywalling my Discord. It was open to everybody. We tried. Tristan Murphy can attest to this. We tried for a long time. We got too many. I think there were just kids in there, who just made it just sucked. We got a bunch of trolls and stuff like that. So it is now locked to Patreon members only, and the people who were originally in there who just were not causing problems. That was the fairest way to do that. I do have if you guys are like, oh, that's BS, man. I do have a tier on my Patreon. If you want to get in on the Patreon exclusive content and all the other awesome stuff that we do on Patreon, I'm extremely active on Patreon. I have a $1 tier. So if you want access to everything on Patreon, and you also want access to my Discord, which there is a link for my Discord. If you join my Patreon and you scroll down in the post section, there's a post about Patreon, and there's a link for Discord, which should still be working. If it's not, I'll update it tonight. Yeah, I have a $1 tier, and you can find the link for my Patreon right down in the description of the live stream you're watching right now. And that directly supports my channel, so thank you. Let's see here. I have a Davy Jones bead on my squid. Cool. Let's see here. I just noticed my ZT0393 GLCF has paint flecks on it. Nothing too big, only I'll notice. Don't have pocket wings either. Oh, that's fine. Easy there. That's the New Year's resolution for you. All questions and concerns directed towards Tristan for Patreon. No, don't do that. I'm kidding. Tristan's already had his work cut out for him. I'm joking. But the main reason for locking the Patreon link to or locking the Discord link to Patreon is because my mods were overwhelmed with nonsense, and I just didn't want to do that to them. Let's see here. Excuse me. Blade HQ sent the bug out Tuesday, and I received on Thursday free shipping. Must be the shipper that's delayed. Oh, yeah. Hey, there's Tom. What's up, Tom? Welcome to the Knights of the Round. Knights, raise your sword. All hail Tom Pishney. Tom, please enjoy your exclusive Excalibur emojis and your badging system. I'll take this opportunity actually to plug the membership program for people who don't know what's happening. What Tom did is he opened up the description and he clicked on the very first link, which takes you to my membership page for my channel. If you decide to join, first and foremost, it does support my channel, but also you get some cool stuff. You get a badge next to your name, the little helmet icons that you can see here in chat. They change color depending on how long you've been a knight. So starting off with blue, then green, then purple, then red, and finally gold, which we have a few people who are about to hit the 1 year mark and get gold. And then you also gain access to some of these exclusive emojis that are swords from popular video games, movies, things like that. You gain access to all that stuff. So if you want to join the membership program, you open up the description, click on the first link. It says, become a member of my channel. It'll take you to that page, and then it'll highlight you in chat, and then everybody will hail you, and we'll make a big deal out of it because that's fun to do. Let's see here. Literally just finished breaking down the Christmas tree boxes with the new Nkosi. Hey, nice. That's cool. Tristan, 15 days till my red badge. Yay. Hey, cool, man. That's awesome. 6 months. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I love seeing, every now and then I notice when somebody has changed badge color, so that's really cool. Let's see. Finally starting to receive packages. That's not. I'm going to ship out, and to the person who won the, and I had his name memorized, and then I forgot it. I'm sorry, but the person who won this guy, for anybody who doesn't know, I gave this guy away on Christmas morning. The Zerks that was customized by Fanatic Edge. That'll be going out as soon as I am certain that holiday craziness is over. So I told him at the earliest late next week, but I'm going to see. I'm going to kind of gauge what I'm hearing from other people. Because I know people did a lot of last-minute Christmas shopping, and people are going to do that thing where they take advantage of lower prices immediately following Christmas, right? So there's still going to be kind of a buffer period. And it's not that I'm cheap and I don't want to. I mean, I can ship that thing whenever I want, obviously, as well as everything else that I have to ship. But I don't want stuff getting lost. I'd rather people have to wait and get it, you know? So Chris says, I feel kind of weird with a purple helmet on gun. I literally did not think about that until the first person. I was like, look at all these purple helmets in here one night on a live stream, and I was like, oh, golly, that was the wrong thing to say. Oh, well, what are you going to do? It is what it is. Let's see here. Jekyll Wabunga. Did I say your name correctly? How do you feel about knives as defensive weapons? New to your channel and notice you comment about size, materials, quality, maybe even discuss opening boxes, but how about defensive? I have no experience with any type of, offensive or defensive knife work. I don't know anything about that, and honestly, I've never been in a circumstance where I felt like that might need to be the case. But I'll admit that days where I have a knife in my pocket, where I don't have a knife in my pocket. First off, let's celebrate before I finish that question. I will talk about it more. Cody Lauderdale, welcome to the Knights of the Round. All hail Cody Lauderdale. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Please raise your swords for Cody Lauderdale. Enjoy your exclusive Excalibur emojis and the badging system. That's awesome. But anyways, every now and then I forget to carry a knife. And when I do, I think, I feel less protected. Less capable, first and foremost. I don't have my tool on me. But there's a small part of my subconscious that goes, if something crazy were to happen, all you have are your fists, which are made of flesh and bone. So, as somebody who has gone through life never, ever needing something like that for a circumstance like that, but somebody who recognizes the possibility, I think 99% of the time, knives are meant as tools and work best as tools. Can they serve as something else in an extreme circumstance? Absolutely. But it's just not really my thing, so I generally don't speak on it. I generally speak on what I use knives for and what I appreciate knives for. But yeah, I don't look down on people who, are interested in things like that or who take that more seriously than I do. I hope that was a satisfactory answer. You want me to take some? Most of the people who watch my channel, this is me looking to, as the window washer, looking down and being able to see all of the streets and all of the traffic all at once. Instead of being, down on the ground, just looking down one street. I hope that analogy makes sense. I can tell you that the vast majority of the people who watch my channel are coming for the information that I'm giving. So if I've noticed when I try to branch out a little bit, like with the flashlight stuff, or I talk about other things, people don't watch as much because I do so much of the same stuff. That's what people are generally here to watch, and that's what I'm most interested in anyway. I still might experiment and go down different alleys every now and then, but yeah, for the most part, I'm probably always going to be about the same type of channel, just a laid back knife guy who tries really hard to not take himself too seriously. I've definitely done that in the past, but I try really hard to not be like, ugh, you have to, this is only this way and it's coming from me. That no, I like to joke around and let people know that at the end of the day, I'm just a guy who records a tabletop full of knives in his basement with his phone. and I'm a regular guy. You know, so there's a million opinions out there, and I'm just one of them. Let's see. Best defense is a pair of running shoes. Yeah, I agree. That's my favorite form of defense. Hang on. Let's see here. How has got a Malibu? I think more Malibus are coming. I don't. That question wasn't directed at me. Have I handled an LEDT? Thoughts? Yes, I absolutely have. I think it's one of the best side-opening models, side-opening auto models in existence. If you value U.S.-made items, the LUDT is definitely one of the better side-opening autos out there, and it's very powerful. Also, the edge geometry is insane. Holy cow, that thing is slicey. If you look at ProTech and you're like, I like the idea of a US-made auto, I like the idea of a snappy ProTech kick, I like their designs, right? I'm just not really into paying $200 for 154 CM, which is not something that I'm concerned with because that's my favorite steel. But I understand why other people think that way. Microtech will get you roughly the same thing with 204p. So yeah, the LUDT is fantastic. Let's see. Have we given a photo of this? Sharp LUDT. I'm drinking grape Gatorade. Okay. LUDT is at the top of my list for the first 2021 pickups. Here's something really positive. Speaking, going off of what Chris has said, but going down my own tangent. Hey, 2021 means a whole nother year of insane knife designs. That's exciting. We're going to see innovation. We're going to see evolution, even if it's just a microscopic step forward. Or in the case of the 8020, which came out of the ductwork, a massive leap in a direction that we didn't know that we wanted, right? It's overbuilt. It's tanky, right? Which doesn't fit the profile for 2020 in terms of what was popular. We're all into the thin, lightweight, little skinny profiles. We're all into that. And here comes the 8020, this hulking monster of a knife that would fit better in 2013, 2014 when that was more prominent, right? But it's got a fidgety shark lock that nobody really had conceptualized in the back of their mind, right? And it makes this sound and it has this appeal factor, right? I love that. I love being surprised by things that we just don't think. Like if somebody were to write this out on paper and hand it all to all of us, we'd go, okay, that sounds weird, right? But then it takes form and we're all like, holy crap. How many times did this get voted best knife of 2020? How many different channels are saying that? It's not just me or Nick. There's a whole bunch of people saying that, right? It's great. Excellent. Let's see. I have Thai tasted with that G10 8020 budget. I'm afraid I'm going to regret not going full Thai. Hey, you know what? Full Thai ones are eventually going to be more readily available. So, I mean, budget. I'm going to have to sell something to get a G10 one, but I'm definitely going to do it. I just want to have both. I might have to sell an XM18 to help me fund it, you know? What's the Spyderco? It's a 2017 Police in K390, which makes a lot of sense for a big, thin pelican blade, right? Or whatever Spyderco likes to call this. K390 being extremely tough and incredible in terms of edge retention. In terms of common high-end steels that we're seeing nowadays, Maximate is ahead of it, and I think S110V, and that's about it. And S110V is only marginally ahead of it. Better edge retention than M4 and better toughness. Not stainless, but if you don't care about stainless qualities, K390 is excellent. And on something like the Police 4, which does not have a durable blade geometry, yeah, K390 is really good. CPM Rex 45. Does Rex 45 have better edge retention than K390? Or is it vice versa? I get those mixed up, even though I did a video on it. I just can't remember. Do I have any Gerber knives? No, I don't. I think Gerber's got... The fastball is a step in the right direction. but they've been not great for a very long time. So I'm watching them. I'm rooting for them. I want them to be better for this world. For people just looking for a generic pocket knife, they're not going to know the difference. But for people like us, Gerber's just not where we want them to be for what they charge for their knives. Camelot Smootin says the Gerber paraframe is the best Gerber, right? I would say I think I hate the Gerber paraframe more than any other knife it's ever existed. Oh man, I really dislike that knife. So listen though. Before people jump on him, if you've been carrying Gerber knives and you've been enjoying them, then they're working for you. There's no reason not to like them. If they've been working for you, then you've probably been making the right choice in your purchase decision. So that's the main thing, right? Just because there's a group, just because me and some other people are like, nope, we don't like them, right? I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I'm a knife snob. I'm definitely a knife snob. And I have weird expectations based on the knives that I've handled on my own path, right? But would a generic Gerber knife probably work for me? Yeah, just general use, it'd probably be okay, right? I'd just be bothered by all this stuff that I nitpick, But if it's never been a problem for somebody who's been carrying a Gerber or just wasn't aware of things that other people nitpick, then it's probably okay, right? I don't want to shove anybody out. You guys should like what you like, right? Same thing I always say. Like what you like, enjoy what you want to enjoy, right? Buy what you want to buy, carry it, whatever. They're all knives. That's what we're here to enjoy. Tristan Murphy says, do you think Guardian Tactical is better quality than Microtech? I might sell my Bounty Hunter after getting in a 35. So I think the switch throws everybody off because the switch is substantially smoother. Overall fit and finish, if you really sit down and look at it, it's probably about the same. Overall manufacturing quality is probably about the same. Dollar for dollar, though, Guardian Tactical has better prices. But if they blew up, their prices would go up, right? And that's what happens. But the firing switch is what throws people. That the bearings under the switch and the shape of the switch, that's a big, So the most satisfying OTF I've ever handled was the Recon 40. Just the throw was insane, right? But I still like my Microtechs. It just depends. Microtech has a better aesthetic. But manufacturing quality overall, I think, is about the same. It's just that switch gives you that feeling of satisfaction because it's so smooth. Flip the pocket sword. All right. I don't know if I can do it. Might have to. I'm going to try no wrist. Yeah! That was recoil. No wrist. Let's see. Who's making the custom pickle scales for MC's Pickletillion? I need to. That's a future project for sure. I have so many. Oh my gosh, we got 1 minute to go. Let me drop a bomb on you guys. It's just gonna eat away at you. Two very good Instagram messages from two very good but very different entities were delivered to me in the last week. So two very awesome opportunities presented themselves two great things that nobody knows about yet. And they're two things that I'm very, very excited about. And it's going to be really fun. It's going to be fun for you guys. And it's going to be interesting. And it's not like, I'm not saying like some people are going to, when the days come for the events, people are going to, oh, that's not that big of a deal. But for me, it's a big deal. I think you guys will think that it's cool. But I'm excited. It's going to be fun. And on top of that, and this is separate, I have some acquisitions that are coming, some unexpected acquisitions that are going to be fun. So, yeah, 2021 is going to start off. We're going to hit the ground running in 2021. And if you're subscribed, there's some really exciting stuff coming. That's what I'm going to leave you guys with. There's some cool stuff. And it involves a company, and then separately another channel, and then separately another organization. So there you go. That's all I'm going to say. All right, guys, that's going to be pretty much it. I like getting people riled up. I like saying stuff, and then I have to wait till things come to fruition, which is why I can't. I don't want to say too much and then leave people disappointed. So, anyways, I hope you guys had fun during the live stream. I hope you guys are excited to get out of 2020 and get into 2021. More entertaining stuff coming tomorrow. More entertaining stuff coming next week. Lots of stuff. Content will continue. It will resume at its normal pace. You guys will continue to get 2 uploads a day, and I will continue to be super excited about knife stuff. So, anyways, thanks so much for hanging out. And you guys have been excellent this year. Seriously, thank you so much for subscribing and watching my content and being a part of my channel. Thank you so much. It's just been excellent. Hope you guys have an excellent rest of your evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye.